All right. We are live here with the Formula Micro Series. We got 6 cars entered for today's race. So far, 30. It's going to go by pretty quick. We are going to be divided into 2 qualifying groups. Group 1 is going to be Twin Triple V6, Racer 2012 YT, and Shuffle 15. Group number 2 is going to be Mitch, Arisneta, and Atmanos. If Group 1 could watch the lights, we are going to do our 5-lap qualifying. So let's watch the lights. Group number 1, prepare yourselves. Green flag is out. So Group 1 makes their way onto the track. Group 2, the staging. Get ready. I'm going to reset myself. I think I didn't need to. So Shuffle's making his way out onto the track. He's down into turn number 3. We got a new setup on these cars. Kudos to Shuffle for making them after last week's horrible performance issues with them. Today, they are actually the 3rd fastest class on the track. They are faster than both of the grassroots class. That is, of course, the SLCRA midgets with the recently revamped setups. So first lap starting here. Let me fix the laps. I apologize, I'm sleep deprived a little bit. Crossing a line, 21.623, 21.514 by Twin Triple V6. There's now going to be 4 more laps to go in this qualifying session for group number 1. Twin has got a purple sector, or sorry, he's got a green sector 1 coming into turn number 3. However, Shuffle running down the inside lane. It looks like it works in the micros. Crosses the start-finish line. He will take the quick time, a 21.421. He's going to take a wider line out of 1 and 2, but he's got a purple sector 1. Will he carry speed? I don't think I've seen that today, but maybe there is something on that top lane. Twin has moved up. Shuffle making his way across the start-finish line. Purple sector 1, purple sector 3, but it's not going to be quick enough to go any quicker. So drivers are experimenting to see if that top lane can work. We're 2 laps to go in this session. Shuffle stays down. Twin is a little bit up. He's about halfway up the apron. White flag in the air. Does Twin have what it takes to beat Twin Triple V6? He makes his way for the final time around the backstretch into 3 and 4. He's tight down the inside, back up to the outside, on the exit, crossing the start-finish line. Checkers are out. He will not improve, but neither will Twin. Can you guys do a cooldown lap here? Can you guys please do a full cooldown? Let's do this as quickly as I can, please. Racer, everyone. Once the second group goes in, we'll have a 5-minute intermission. We need Atmanos to move up here. Eris, get to your car. Watch the lights. Green is out. Alright, we are now onto the track. Eris crossing the start-finish line. We'll be setting the laps to 0 once everyone crosses now. So this is group number 2. Eris has gone without any practice. I don't know if she's practicing these cars before. They were open in the past day to do so. Eris crossing the start-finish line. She's 3rd on the board. Mitch is going to pass her. So is Atmanos. There is now 4 laps to go. Eris goes all the way down to the bottom on the flat bottom apron. I don't know if that's going to work for her. Now moving up to the top through 3 and 4. She's all over the track. I don't know if she's developed a groove yet. She does set a purple sector 2 though. And she has a green sector 1. Atmanos now taking a purple sector 1. So he's all the way in the back, but he might have some speed here. We'll be watching as we make our way into lap number 3. Mind you, in NASCAR right now, they are 4 wide, so I'll tell you guys if there's something bad happening. Harris making her way around. Looks like 1 and 2. She doesn't go all the way down to the bottom like she did last time. Mitch still on his best qualifying run. Of course, as I've said, he is an oval driver. This is his territory. Aries going wide. We will be seeing the white flag. And Manos is going to pass Aries. Aries all the way in 5th place. I don't know if it was like that, but Mitch now with a green sector 2 out of the final turn. The checkered flag or group number 2. Please make your way around the course. And Manos. Alright, Aris is going to pass up Manos there for the 4th place spot. However, starting on the 2nd row so far is going to be Mitch. You guys head to the pit lane here. I'll be saying the 5-minute timer as soon as everyone is in the pit lane. Jake makes his way out onto the track. Alright, so the green is out for Jake. We are going to have our 5-minute intermission. Jake doesn't exactly race these things very often, if at all, but he's out here to get points today for qualifying it. He's got a good looking sector 1 actually, 4.532. He's going to take a high line through 3 and 4. Makes his way onto the front stretch on his first lap. Now crossing the start-finish line, Jake moves Racer into 7th. He's got a green sector 1, but he's getting all loosey-goosey there through turn number 2. Jake now down the backstretch into 3 and 4. He's got a green sector 2. Oh, still loose there on his exit. Something is just a little bit off for him. He could have gone faster had it not been for that. So it's the 3rd lap here for T7 Jake. Jake down the backstretch into 3 and 4. He still is staying above, taking the line that every other class this weekend has been taking. And Jake does improve to a 21.899. He's going faster. 2 laps to go for T7 Jake. As this time by, once he crosses the line, he'll be seeing the white flag. So white flag out for Jake. You got 1 more lap to go. He improves with a 21.883. A pretty good looking sector 1. It's not green, although we could see improvements. Into 3 and 4. Now out of the final turn. T7 Jake crossing the start-finish line. Checkers are out for Jake. Shuffle. If you trust Lewis, you could put him into the green car. Or actually the white too. Okay, you don't know Lewis? Okay. Okay. So Shuffle, you're not currently able to speak, right? Okay. That being said, Shuffle here is the quick time. We only got about 2 minutes for you to make a response, so I guess make it quick here. However, it looks like you got things held up together today pretty darn well. You think that's going to be a trend that's going to last today? I know Twin is going to be a huge threat. He's always been one, but you are the guy that made the new setup. You think that might have any advantage towards this today? Nah. I did 2 laps here to test it. and then goofs around on the road course. So on this track, not really. Setups have improved, and so far everyone agrees. We'll see if that stays that way after the race. With good pace, says Shuffle. So, got about a minute left here until we'll have you guys right around 3 and 4. Shuffles continues saying, now let's get consistent. I might have a shot. So we're about 1 more minute until we're going to have you guys go through 3 and 4. Sure. Just don't hop on the track. Alright, so we're 17 minutes out. Again, the order on the track. If you qualified odd, you'll be on the inside rows. If you're going to be... if you qualified even, you'll be starting from the outside. We're going to, of course, be doing double file racing. Alright. That is it for qualifying. If you guys can make your way around the track, please stop your cars on the restart zone. That is going to be the Dale Cola's restart zone off of turn number 4. It's going to be about, I'd say about 100 or so yards before the start-finish line. So just make your way over slowly. Please do not cross the line. It's going to be here on the front stretch. Please start to slow down here, guys. Slow down here, slow down here, slow down here. Eris, come on. Okay. Slow down here, guys. I don't want anyone to cross the line. Positions are as follows. Shuffle on the inside. Outside is going to be Twin Turbo V Sits. Inside row 2 is going to be Mitch. Outside is going to be Arisnetta. Then on the inside it's going to be Atmanos. To the outside is going to be Eraser. Please give each other 1 car length of space. We need Atmanos. Eraser move back about a car length. You're good. Atmanos just go to his inside. We're going to be doing 70 mile an hour pacing here. We're going to have 5 laps of pacing. If you guys, Manos, use your head, line up to the, yeah. Alright. I'm going to clear out the extra cars. Because I assume at this point, if you have not qualified, you are too late to the show. We are 20 minutes into it. This race should take about 10 minutes to get finished with, maybe a little bit slower. So we're going to be removing every extra car, except for the pace car. If Jake wants to do pacing, if not, then I'm going to delete that too. But right now I'm going to remove every micro. Okay. So it's 6-car field. I've said this many times. You don't need a big field to make a big race. We had some pretty good action, I believe, in the Fox bodies and the midgets yesterday. It's a little bit single-filed, but wasn't that bad. So, Jake, I assume you're not pacing? Alright. Let me set these pot stickers aside. Gonna be a 35. This is gonna be a 30-lap race, half of the originally planned ROTS mod race distance, and then of course Dale wanted it to be a 69-lap race. If you guys are not ready, please hop out of your cars. If you are ready, then stay in it. So we are waiting on Eris and Shuffle. So I guess with that in mind, we're going to read out your grid. Again, if you guys are ready, stay in your cars. If I see you guys moving around, that means you guys are probably ready. That means you guys are in game. So we're going to start from the back to the front. In the black and red 4 machine, we have Racer 2012 YT. I don't think we've seen him since Francia Corda. We're going to be starting from the rear of the field. A 47 Hoosier machine. Originally Kelly's car is going to be under the operation today of Atmanos. in the 45 Fortune Aris Racing Machine, it's going to be Aris Netta rocking out the Mazda Sunico crop top. And the 45 to the inside, the black and red ProTech Auto Sales 45 machine, that's going to be Mitch. That's the second row. Now we move on to the front row. Your run-up for the champion is the 32 Twin Turbo V6. The 32 Maple Leaf, actually. And our pole sitter on the inside is a 15 GMG machine of Shuffle. That being said, we're still waiting on Aris to get to her car. Once she is, that's when we will start to go pacing. A reminder that the outside row, once we're in the corners, you guys are probably going to be going about 75, 80. Just try to be a tiny bit ahead of the car that's to your inside, at least for Twin, and then everyone else just try to stay behind the car that's ahead of you as close as you can. There's a thing called vision lag, so from your POV, just try to be a bit ahead of the car to your inside, or outside. Alright, Aris is in her car. We're going to have a 10-second counter. Once the 10 seconds goes, you are going to go when the car ahead of you goes. That is when the lights will turn yellow. Yellow flag when the car ahead of you goes. Alright. 70 miles an hour is the pace speed for the inside row. Outside row, your job's to keep up. We got about 5 laps to get everything settled out. On a big mile track like this, that should not be a huge issue, though I would like the second row to move up slightly. Shuffle to go a little bit faster. For a second here, Twin to back off a little bit. Next time, Twin go like slightly slower than you were there. But I'd rather you be going a little bit faster. Yeah, it's not that much slower, Twin. Twin, come on. Outside row, move up, please. Twin, Turbo V6, please move up. You were about a car length ahead of him. Now you've dropped back to behind. A reminder that if you want to pace, your best option is to let off instead of braking. I need Twin up still. Shuffle, again, the pace speed is 70. Mitch, move up. With these small cars, it's going to be a little bit easier to pace. Twin, move up. You might just want to... You don't have to be all the way on the outside, Twin. You just got to be to the outside of Shuffle. Twin, come on. Shuffle, move up. For now. It's not that hard to pace, guys. You guys are supposed to be the best of this. Shuffle, move up. Mitch, move up. Shuffle, not that much, not that much. Come on, dude. Focus on the guy to your right. Twin, back off. Twin, back off. Twin, back off. If we can't do this, we're going to be forced to go single file, and whoever caused us to not go green upon the next lap will be dropped to the rear. So, I need you guys to focus on pacing as well as you can. There's literally no excuse not to pace properly here. Twin, come on, move up a little bit. You're good. Twin, move up. Twin, move up. Mitch, move up. It's a period of the pre-race. We're just focusing on pacing here as much as we can. Reminder not to pass car review until you cross the start-finish line on the next lap. The outside row is going to need to move up again. Twin, again, a reminder that if any of you guys are the reason why we have to call a start, you will be dropped to the rear and we'll go single file. I don't want a single file start because that means the race is going to be boring. So, yeah. Come on, guys. Lock in here. Twin, move up. Twin, move up. Aris, move up. Yellow flag. Twin to the rear. Single file. Fuck's sake, dude. Yellow flag, yellow flag, yellow flag. Use your fucking ears. Twin to the rear of the field. We're going to do the same order otherwise, single file. It's important to watch the guy to your inside. All you got to do, I was doing this yesterday when I was pacing. You just got to be ahead of the person. Atmanos move up, Atmanos move up, Atmanos move up. Racer and Atmanos move up. What are you guys doing? Twin is supposed to be in the rear, but you guys need to move up too. You guys are not doing your part. You just need to stay in the rear of the car that's ahead of you, Twin. We're gonna try to go green this lap. Atmanos, please. If anyone has a bad start, we're gonna allow them to be passed. But again, the same start rules apply. We will be starting single file, which will most likely mean that's how the race is going to be today, unfortunately, but that's just what happens when you can't get a start going. Alright. Green flag. Allow to pass racer. Alright, here we are for the lead. Mitch with a push there on Arisnetta, but he's going to take the high line. Arisnetta holding off second place. A green flag is going to come out onto the racetrack. Aris to the inside of Shuffle. Twin has moved up some spots already. He's on the attack. However, for the lead, it's Shuffle. Aris in second. Mitch is going to go way wide there. Twin to the inside of Atmanos. Where is Racer in all of this? He's all the way behind. Reminder, if you fall 3 laps down, that'll be your race, so. Or 4 laps down, but point still stands. Twin Triple V sits now fighting for the podium with Mitch side by side down the back straightaway. Shuffle's going to lead off another lap. I know Twin is driving with a lot of anger, and I cannot blame him. Going to go side by side for the podium position now down the inside. It's going to work for now. However, Mitch might be carrying more speed on the exit. Aris is the next target for Twin Triple V6 once he's past Mitch fully, and I think Aris is going to go way down there. Aris, that's going to be a warning. Stay off the grass. There's no further action, just don't go on the grass. I don't know if it's really an advantage to be on it, but it's pretty easy not to. Alright, Aris, that is your first warning. Next time you do that, you are going to get a 5-second penalty. The grass is still treated as it is here, as it is on most tracks, not to go onto. Next time you go on the grass, you will be given a 5-second penalty. Got 3 cars now battling out for the second place position. Twin to the outside. Aris to the inside. Aris is going to carry more speed. Here is Mitch. They go 3 wide into turn number 1. Twin is going to be at the helm of it. Arisnetta down the inside. Still side by side. 3 wide on the exit. Incredible racing for the second place position. Twin, if he could get out of this, will be able to target Shuffle. But the 3-car battle for the second place spot rages on. Aris is going to go on the high line. Mitch also on the high line. Twin Turbo V sits side by side. Again, he started from the back of the field after a little bit of a penalty for a starting infraction. But he's already up there and closing in hard on Shuffle. About a second back, but that could easily change if things go the right way. Twin Turbo V6 is currently second, although Mitch battling it off as much as he can. He wants a podium position. This will be his first podium if he holds it where he is. So we're already a third the way through today's race. Mitch to the inside of Twin Turbo V6. Shuffle starting to outdrive Twin, as there's Racer about to fall 1 lap down. Out of 3 and 4, Twin has made up about a car length gap. He's actually slightly lost time on Shuffle, though this time by Mitch goes side by side for the second place spot. I'm not sure if that is going to work out for him. Shuffle now clearing off the lap car of Racer. I think anything Twin wants right now might be a caution. Now that he's up in position, he just needs a good start. He might be able to take the lead. However, Shuffle's been longing for a Formula Micro win. I don't think he's had one in quite a long time. He's always been up there in second. Sometimes a little short of the podium, but today, Racer going very slowly down there in the front stretch. He's going to pull it in. So it looks like Racer's day is done. That leaves us with Twin Turbo V6 to hold off the second place spot. We now see the crossflags. We are halfway done with today's Formula Micro feature. The race going by pretty quickly today, and we do expect that to be the case regularly. It's currently 12:33, so the racing so far has lasted, I think, all of about maybe 12 minutes or so. It'll take a little bit to get going. Of course, the I think 6 or 7 laps of pacing is what it took. And it looks like Twin is really starting to solidify his second place spot. I don't know if he's in range to do much to Shuffle. I think Shuffle started to develop some groove. Twin is not able to carry that speed that he's been around the track. We'll see, though. He crosses the start-finish line. He's about holding it, so I guess, actually, if he is holding it, that does mean he's matching Shuffle to some degree. Which is overall pretty good for performance. It means he's matching his time, so he can manage to scrape down some speed. He might be able to close down that gap by the end of the race. It's also not accounting for a potential spin. We're down to 5 cars left in this competition. Manos has dropped down to 5th place. Again, he was citing podiums in the last race on the road course at Northwest Ohio, but it looks like today, his first oval feature in the Formula Micro class is going to be a bit of a tough time. This time by, we'll be seeing 10 laps to go for Shuffle, as it looks like Ayers has fallen back, although she's still not fully out of the fight. Definitely could make a move there on Mitch if he makes any little mistakes here into turn 1. He's going to take a high line. So does Ayers. So does Twin. Everyone up there on the top. I don't know if I reset the board, but I think that the time got beaten anyways by Shuffle. Do correct me if I'm wrong. So we've gone now with 9 laps to go. We're in the last third of today's race. Ah, shit. Okay. Hopefully that time can get beaten. Not, I am sorry for screwing that up. And it looks like Mitch is actually closing down the gap to Twin Turbo V6. Twin has lost a little bit of pace there. I'm not sure what's going on. Again, he's not had too much practice in the car. He showed up a bit late. I don't know if he had any practice before practice started itself, because, of course, the cars open to anyone, but he did show up a little bit late to the party. And could this be an effect of that? Because here's Mitch. I mean, Mitch has been around for all the practice. Has clearly shown some great pace today. He might be out to race the micros as much as he can. Side by side between Twin and Mitch into turn 1. Mitch around the outside. Twin down the inside. The two making their way onto the back straight side by side for the second place position. The two still side by side onto the final turn. And it looks like Twin will carry slightly more speed, but Mitch is still on the attack. He'll take the high line, Twin down the low line. And that helps him greatly there in outrunning the 45. So we're now down to 4 laps to go for Shuffle and everyone else as they cross the start-finish line. Here today at Milwaukee Mile, we'll have the Super Indy feature later today. It's going to be 125 laps with cars that are a little bit faster than these, to say the least. I will, of course, be racing it, so I will probably back out from hosting as much as I can. Now we're down to 3 laps to go. Twin has gone back up to make about, I believe, a 3 to 4 car length, maybe even 5 car length advantage over Mitch. So we're now 2 laps to go for Shuffle. As there's Eris. I think she's gone a little bit high there. Manos has been out of it today. Shuffle making his way around the final turn. We'll be seeing the white flag in the air. Crossing the start-finish line, no spinners yet. This means this is how the race is going to end. The white flag in the air. Shuffles has led pretty much the entire race unchallenged. Twin could have posed a threat potentially. It could have, would have, should have. That start changed things around. But out of the final turn, here comes Shuffle crossing the line, and he will win at Milwaukee Mile. Twin comes up in 2nd place. Mitch on his first podium. Eris in 4th. Got one more car out there on track. That is at Manos. Manos, please make your way across quickly. We're on a time crunch. Do not do what your normal shenanigans in last place are. Just cross the line. I'm actually serious. We are on a time crunch. Just cross the line. Thanks. Alright. So there is Shuffle. He's won. Eris is taking away quick time. I believe Milwaukee likes some donuts. And speaking of wheels, Shuffle will win a cheese wheel. We got one more feature today, again, the Super Indies, which will be hosted, I believe, hopefully by T7 if he's up. But we'll see. So we have Shuffle here making his way up to victory lane. I'm going to move over there to roll out the interview. It also has, I hope that drink is unanchored. We'll see. It is. Nice. Gonna take a picture of the victory lane here. There we go. Alright, Shuffle, I don't think you want to do a voice interview, so we'll just interview you through the chat for now. Great job today. Again, the setup was one you made. Do you think that had any play in today's victory? Alright, let's read Shuffle here. He says, you might argue that I did, but as I said, I kind of eyeballed the setup, did 2 laps, and thought it was fine. So I was pretty even with the rest of the field. But yeah, a win. Finally. It's been a long time here for Shuffle. Second one of the season. Don't remember when the first one was. Thanks to Twin being OP. C-Ring. Oh, that's a long time. That is March. That was a long, long time ago. I know there might be some debate about Twin and the call of the start. It was completely ahead of you to the point where a race would have to be called. And it's little moments like those where these could get critical. Shuffle says, I didn't see the green yet, but I saw Twin going, so that was interesting. I mean, as much as I don't want to penalize people, I still want to enforce the rules, and this race had to get going one way or another. If we were going to do double file and have another round like that, I just think we weren't going to have a good show. It was going to take a long time to get going, so single file was away today. Tags for Shuffle says, yeah, awesome. As in real life NASCAR, the green flag dropping. Twin didn't go to the back, he would have fought me. But that's when I need to maintain my championship hopes as far as they go. Of course, next race being a Shota. It's going to be another Wisconsin oval race. Looks like you've had some luck so far. Of course, I think that's going to be a trend coming up to next week. I was, but we can move on too if you want. Okay, so we got Nishota next week. You think that's going to be a trend? I hope so. But definitely refound myself a bit. Got some fans. I see one right there. Believe that is Joshua. Josh TFR, if I recall. Oh, my signature little bro. Okay, I'm gonna move on to interview Mitch here. Great job there, Shuffle. We're gonna talk to Mitch here. You gotta do chat or VC. The choice is yours, Mitch. But overall, a great podium today. Finishing third place. I believe your first podium so far in SLC, and it's been a long time, about 3 or 4 months so far of racing, and quite a bit of it too. And today it comes to fruition. That's going to be a 25 Robux paid off sometime by the end of the season, and then some. 1 second. Alright, so he goes, yes, feels amazing to finally get a podium. Finally did something worth it. I muted myself. Mitch continuing on here, but I have speed on ovals, but I wind up selling usually. I think. But other than that, woo. Alright. So there is a podium there for Mitch. His first time. He almost had a shot at second, a little bit short, but still a top 3 and 25 Robux to get by the end of the year. Maybe a little later, we'll see. Thank you there, Mitch. We're going to now talk to 4th place Arisneta. Again, not very happy with today's setups. But you did run up there into 2nd place for a little bit there, run back there to 4th, run up to 3rd. You're pretty much all over in the positions today. Had a pretty big battle there between you, Twin, and Mitch for the 3rd place spot for most of today's race. So, on the setup and what happened today is what I gotta ask.
It is very inconsistent. Sometimes I just understeer by default, irrespective, like regardless of how much I brake or slow down, and sometimes I can hook turns like a bitch. The inside line is also extremely inconsistent. Sometimes it just forced me wide, and sometimes it let me grip it like it was fucking full friction. Everything just felt very incoherent, and it really felt like nothing made sense. like the exact same thing as with the rocks mods. Because with those, sometimes the outside line was fast, other times the inside line was fast, other times neither of them were fast and wanted to shove you into the wall. It's just very weird, incoherent, hard to make sense of. Like, that quick time came out of nowhere. I genuinely had no clue the fuck I was doing. I got a good line that allowed me to somehow keep a shit ton of speed, which included the fucking bottom lane, mind you. Um, it's just really weird. It's not exactly like I couldn't say this was fun. Like I couldn't give the same comment I gave like about Gyoa for this, because this just really felt like a drag. It felt really uninteresting and inconsistent. Kind of just felt like I was giving the car suggestions on what it should do, and then it would throw it into like a fucking wheel decide where 9 other spots say understeer. Like, it really felt like it had no clue what it was trying to do, and it made very little sense. That's really all I could say, honestly.
I think there errors. Hopefully things can turn around in the future later today or next week. We'll have to see. All right. Or fifth place here was Manos. Nearly fall. I think you're about 2/3 of the way through the track, so not too far down. But looks like today was just one of those experience days for you, Manos. So what do you gotta say about today's race?
Yeah, exactly just like you said, it was kind of experience race for me, and so will be the Super Indy. But yeah, we take the experience and we convert it to performance. But I'm not happy with my performance today because I did a lot of mistakes like in 75% of the race it was all mistakes, hitting the walls. I was under pressure. I was desperate to catch the guys in front. And yeah, like in my final stint, like on the final about 8 laps or so, I was doing a little bit good. Like if I was doing those laps the whole race, I might be a little bit off Paris, like or close to her. But yeah, we just learn from this race and convert the learnings to the Super Indy. Try to have some more concentration in the race, and why not try to sneak out to the top four? Yeah, because I would try to do what I did last time in the previous week, and yeah.
Hopefully, the Super Indies will go a little better. I know you got a podium last weekend. Fuck you for that, by the way. I'm kidding. No, respectfully. No, you outdrove me that day. I sucked that day. So, we'll see how it runs with the Super Indies. They're a completely new setup. They do feel tighter, so they're no longer the drift cars that they've used to be. They still could get a little bit twitchy, a little bit loose, but now they're a little bit tighter, and it's gonna be more of a fuel race coming up here. And if anything,
Yeah, I think I drove like about 10 laps or so. Like maybe I don't remember, like 5 laps or 10 laps on the Super Indies in this track yesterday. Yeah, they seemed really interesting to be honest. Like the car feels so fast. Like I was driving an actual Indy car in an actual overcourse. So like you can feel the speed in the car, and yeah, I would try my best. I have to go to take a shower right now and come back in time. And yeah, just like have 20 minutes of practice or so. So last time I did that, it was last weekend, and I ended up actually performing well. So I hope it works out also today. But as you said, it's a complete different race today. It's all about strategy, taking decisions more than actually getting well with the car. You're not gonna see the same mistakes happening like last time. Like people were spinning, people were making mistakes, and people benefiting from the mistakes. So that's gonna be way harder this time. Just about consistency and speed and strategy, of course.
We'll see what unfolds us in a little bit. We'll get to work on setting the track up. Is there anything else you want to say before we start finishing up this stream?
Nothing really. Just good luck to Shuffle, and I hope he gets double wins this time. Yeah, he's a goat.
All right, thank you there, Manos. We'll be closing the stream up again. Just for a last note for you guys, again, we're going to be doing 125 laps here with the Super Indies, a brand new setup on them. They got more grip. Should be a little faster, but also a little bit more dynamic. So we'll see how it runs when it happens. Thank you guys for watching the Formula Micro feature. We'll be off to the Super Indies in just a bit over an hour.